Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Athletics. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Luis Severino. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Fought off foul. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield. Took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. Swing and a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Riley Green. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
And that misses. Ball 2. And another ball.
3-0.
Meadows, the lead runner out at second. Torres on at first with nobody out. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now here is Kerry Carpenter. Golden opportunity right here. On the ground, 2 ball. Here's Geloff for 1. And a run scores on the double play.
Batting fifth, right fielder.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
And next to hit for Detroit, Matt Vierling. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And that is cut on and missed, and it's 0-2. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Soderstrom settles under this one, and that is that. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Tigers 1 and the Athletics coming to bat. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Tarik Skubal. What's the scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Lawrence Butler leading things off and takes a strike. Skubal, a lefty who lights up the radar gun. 28 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
He was all over that one. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. Big time power. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
Runner at second, nobody out. Checked his swing on the 1-0 and appeal to first. And that's a swing according to umpire Mike Fillmore. Squirts away a little bit. No outs. Runner on second. The pitch.
Ball. Full count.
Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
I'm just a simple man. Oh, yeah.
This is J.J. Bleday. That one ripped. Meadows flying after this one. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run. And that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Puts it in the air out towards left center. 2 down.
Batting fifth.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. He was late there, strike one.
Ooh, Baya.
No ball.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Tied up here in the early going. Outside low, and that's ball one.
1-1.
Just
ball
missed. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Zach Geloff in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And there's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 1 inning in the books here. All tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Colt Keith. Severino back to work. And that's a little bit high. And a foul ball.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Goes down looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way, coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's the third baseman, Jace Young. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that one upstairs, ball one. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
1 out, bases empty. On the ground to third, Urias. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting eighth, catcher Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers now at the plate. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting, in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 leading off, Zach Geloff.
Second baseman, Zach Geloff.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. Fastball for a strike.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him. Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. Yeah, I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Seth Brown, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And now the 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Here's Luis Urias. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just
Outside.
off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That
No,
just
that's a
misses, and the count is even 2-2.
2 balls.
Boom, he never
2
moved
strikes.
because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next
Ball.
pitch is outside.
Full count.
In the air, right side. Vierling settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. We played 2 full innings, and we're tied 1-1. On to the 3rd
Leading
inning,
off for
and now the
Tigers,
shortstop, Trey Sweeney. In there at the knees for a strike. This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. It's a leadoff double to start the 3rd.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And next up for the Tigers, Parker Meadows. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. There's a strike. In the air, left field, Brown. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here comes Gleyber Torres. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up. And now the count is even. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Struck him out looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So up next, Riley Green worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Fastball for a strike. That misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And that's in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Close, but called a ball. Now 1-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Meadows has this one sized up. Squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Doubled his first time. A little bit high, and it's 1-0. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That missed by a lot. 3 balls and a strike. And a strike on the outside edge.
Full count.
Swing and a ground ball. Zips it to first. Now 2 out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
And now Brent Rooker struck out swinging his first time. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. All tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kerry Carpenter. There's a strike. Carpenter measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. In the air, out towards left center, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt Vierling.
And up next for Detroit, Matt Vierling. 0 for 1 so far. And that's a fair ball.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit
Now
right
batting,
there.
first
Smash
baseman,
that one through
Colt
the infield
Heath.
for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now at the plate, Colt Heath. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Jace Young.
Jace Young, the next to hit. Just missed. Out towards right center field. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single. They take the lead. It's 2-1. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. No one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Tigers 2 and the A's 1. Bottom of the 4th, stepping in, J.J. Bleday. And ball 1.
You know, these A's doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swinging a foul back, that's out of play.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
This one in the air, right field. Vierland makes the play, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Next up for the A's, Shea Langoliers. Fly to left his first time. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Pitch misses there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Two outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swung on, belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Now here is Zach Geloff. Man on second, 2 down. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-1. And delivers outside. Runner at second, 2 down.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And there's the ball. Seth Brown in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
First and second, 2 outs. So here's Brown at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one's in there. Strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. On the move, heading back. Stretches out and hauls it in. 2 left on. We've played 4. It's the Tigers 2 and the A's 1. And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set
for
for the start of the inning.
catcher,
And now the
Jake
catcher comes up
Rogers.
to him. Jake Rogers. Severino back to work. Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. Now a screamer into the outfield. Brown puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Now batting shortstop
And
Trey
now
Sweeney.
Trey Sweeney doubled in his first AB. The shortstop takes the ball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one in the air, center field. Lede brings it in, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting center fielder Parker
So the
Meadows.
lineup flips over. Parker Meadows digs in now. 1 for 2. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tigers are shut down there, but they still lead it 2-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Down to third baseman, Luis Urias.
Luis Urias.
To the right side, collected by Torres. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Flied to center his first time.
Yes, my red tie with your red dress. We ain't even planning, but we matching up.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That one missed. And now it's even up. Line drive. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit.
And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
back to the top of the lineup. And the batter now, Lawrence Butler. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And the 0-1. And he takes a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And it's a hitter. It's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And now it's going to be Brent Rooker. And a foul ball. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The A's strand 1. They're down 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Ball.
Next offering misses down and away. There's the strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for
Now
him.
batting,
Really good
left
swing
fielder,
right there. He got a
Riley
pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Luis Severino gives way, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Now pitching for
And
the
we've got
A's.
ourselves a pitching change.
Number
T.J.
48.
McFarland.
Pretty tight
TJ
game, so they're looking for
McFarland.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody
Now
out.
batting.
Well, that started and
Designated
ended pretty
hitter,
quickly. No
Harry
messing
Carpenter.
around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the DH, Harry Carpenter. And that misses. Ball 1. Torres, the lead runner at second. Green at first with no outs. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments
Now
when
batting,
everyone in the
right
stadium
fielder,
gets
Matt
really locked
Vierling.
in.
And next to hit for Detroit, Matt Vierling. Outside, 1-0.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
And the sweeper is off the plate.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That one missed. Now 3-0.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
In there at the knees. Full count now.
Full count.
Ground ball could be 2. Looks to second. That's 1. To first. Save. It's a fielder's choice
Now
and an
batting, first
RBI.
baseman, Colts Keith.
And now the first baseman, Colt Keith. Both 2 in this one. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Tosses to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Up next for the Tigers, third baseman, Jace Young.
So digging in, Jace Young. Base knock, center field. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan
Now
to be
batting,
aggressive.
Roger,
Recognized the
Jake
break on that pitch
Rogers.
early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
And now, Jake Rogers. And first offering is fouled off. Already 3 runs across in the frame, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that's fouled off. Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center. Wilson right there to make the grab. And that is that. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Tigers 5 and the A's 1. Bottom of the 6th. And now the center fielder, J.J. Bleday.
Center fielder, J.J. Bleday.
That's in there. Strike 1.
You know, these Athletics
0-1.
showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next
That's
time.
a ball.
Langoliers at the plate now.
1
That's
ball.
ball 1.
No strikes.
And another ball. The Athletics down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. That's
Ball.
down and in.
No.
And he walked
That's
him
a
on
ball.
4
Take your
pitches.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right
Now
there,
batting,
Boo. The last one
first
wasn't even
baseman,
close.
Tyler
Next up for the A's,
Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a foul out of play. Comes up empty.
And it really looks like these hitters have
No
been
ball.
in between
2
with their
strikes.
timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Now batting.
And
second
here is
baseman,
Zach Geloff.
Geloff.
He is struck out, and he is walked. Inside. And that's ball 1. Langoliers off of first with 2 away. And it's even up.
Good late sink on that
One
fastball.
ball,
Out of the
one
hand
strike.
looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, he went inside a couple of times,
1-2.
and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That misses.
2-2.
Now 2-2. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out,
Okay.
runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
This one high in the air to left center. Green going after it. He makes the grab, and the inning is over.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for
back.
the
We're in the
A's,
7th. We have a new pitcher
Number
on the mound.
47.
Michelle Otanez.
Michelle Otanez.
And here is
Leading off for
Trey
the
Sweeney.
Tigers, shortstop Trey Sweeney.
Ground ball left
Foul ball.
side, and it goes just foul. Otanez, 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
1-1.
And that one way outside. And 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one hit to right. Butler gets under it. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really
Now
drive
batting.
it.
The center fielder.
Here's the
Parker
center fielder,
Meadows.
Parker Meadows. 1 for 3. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Geloff hauls it in for the out. 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Good
Ball.
take by Torres. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him
No,
for his
that's a
commitment.
ball.
Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the
Full
dirt,
count.
and that's ball 3.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Tigers 5 and the A's 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Canely.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now the left fielder, Seth Brown. The A's in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Tyler Holton, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Luis Urias will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And the next pitch is way outside. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's too high. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, shortstop
Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit.
Rebels where it's at, we gotta hit it up. Everybody favors, we can divvy up. You only live once, you gotta live it up. Yes.
This one smoked out to left. Green hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Lawrence Butler now at the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Tigers 5 and the A's 1. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. Otanez back to work. That one is
Ball one.
upstairs.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Ball.
And another ball. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, patience and discipline paid
Now
off
batting,
right there as he got
designated
into an
hitter,
advantage
Gary
count. Loud
Carpenter.
contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Next is the Tigers DH, Gary Carpenter. Very high with that one. And that is ball one. He swings and fouls one off. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
On the ground. Fires over to first. First out in the top of the eighth.
Up next for the Tigers, right fielder Matt Vierling.
And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. One out, the runner at second, and we're in the top of the eighth. That pitch gets the corner. 0-2 now.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swings and misses, and 2 away now.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
In the dirt, blocked. Next offering is in for a strike. Green stands at second with 2 gone. Swings through that one for strike 2.
That was straight queso right there.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Brown on the move to the gap. Nabs it, and that is that. Tigers leave one. They're up 5-1.
Now pitching.
He's designated
leadoff
hitter,
for
Brent
the
Rooker.
Athletics.
0 for 3 in this
Designated
one.
hitter, Brent Rooker.
Check
No.
swing. He held up. And that's ball 1.
No strikes.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Up
Ball
and
2.
in. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's
3 balls,
outside.
1 strike.
That one misses.
Ball
So a
4.
leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
Man at
center
first,
fielder,
nobody out.
J.J.
Next up for the A's,
Bleday.
J.J. Bleday.
I'm just a simple man.
Well, the leadoff
Ball
man
1.
gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Runner at first with no outs here. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Drilled out towards left center field. That one back there. And it hits the fence. Coming home. He will score.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Now the batter now, Shea Langoliers. And that one fouled off. One on, nobody out, a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-2.
And now 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Oh, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Strike one. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The throw in, safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 5-3.
Comes through with the RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Johnny Brebbia done for the day. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So the
Detroit,
Tigers get a new arm from
Number
the pen,
19.
Will Vest.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Runner on at first with one gone. Zach Geloff digs in now. First pitch, not close.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off. Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. That's inside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Seth Brown in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The tying run at the plate, and the tying run is on base.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Seth Brown up next for the A's. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And that's outside. And a count 1-2. That one missed. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Soderstrom on second. Geloff over at first with one away. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low, and it's 3-2. Luis Urias in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. He goes down looking.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
So now a pinch hitter, Gio Urshela.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
High fly ball out into left center field. Meadows on the move, brings it in, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 base hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 9th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 5 and the A's 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Grant Holman.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the third baseman, Chase Young.
Third baseman.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
The wind and the pitch. That one the other way, and it's caught for the out.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game.
Now
just
batting,
unlucky at a really unfortunate time right there.
Jake Rogers will hit next. And that is out of play. Oh, 2 now as he swings through it. The A's bullpen has some movement. Noah Murdoch up and throwing. Harris also getting ready. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll beat the throw. That's a double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
One out, runner at second. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. And that's in the dirt. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. That one fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Next pitch misses, and now it's 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw
Now
it really
batting,
well.
the center
It's a
fielder,
really nice plate
Parker
appearance.
Meadows.
First and second, 1 out. And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
They call this batter a gamer because he always seems to perform better when it matters most. Who doesn't want a guy like that on your team?
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And a foul ball. Pitch misses there, and the count 1-2.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Bo Brisky.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Wilson stands in now and watches strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
On the ground to third. Throws to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
He's 2 outs away. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
1 for 4 with a double.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swings through that.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
That one not
1-2.
close. 1-2 the count. Got him looking for the K. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.